internet-based TV channel isn't just politically freer, it isn't just cheaper to produce, it's also more convenient for users.
How did you think Senator Hatch handle that?
Well, probably not very well, which probably just reinforces, stereotypes about clueless, old, out-of-touch white guys. But I have to say that overall, I think just the level of vituperation and partisan anger over this issue is very disquieting to me, because I see it on both sides. I see really a rejection of reason on both sides, and it's very hard to find any kind of center here. You look at Democrats, for example, they were all pretty much prepared to reject Kavanaugh no matter what. Even if he was a complete choir boy, eminently qualified, they didn't care. They were going to reject him no matter what. Republicans, on the other hand, they don't care if all these charges are true. Even if they're all true, they're still going to push for him because he's going to advance the Republican agenda. And of course, you see these emotions boiling over, and it's not helped by the fact that the Judiciary Committee did not do a serious investigation. It was a faux investigation. The FBI only talked to 9 potential witnesses out of dozens that were out there. Yeah. And so there's a sense that this process was rigged, and that just feeds into that partisan anger, which I think is very debilitating for our country.
I'm actually surprised that these guys are, Steve, hold on. I'm actually surprised that these guys are surprised or upset that people are getting into their faces, because isn't this one of our founding rights here, to protest and to be heard?
Yes,
Steve?
it is.
Yes, yeah, I certainly think it is, and I think Senator Hatch comes across, he's got one foot out the door, he's retiring, and I think he came across a bit grumpy there, to be quite honest. But I wanted to ask Max, because I've heard this point endlessly from liberals when they're criticizing people like Senator Hatch. They keep mentioning that the senators on the committee are white. What does the racial component have to do with this? As far as I can tell, everyone involved in this entire saga, both the accusers and the accused, are white people.
To change that we have to stop at this
Okay, but the fact is there's not a single Republican woman on the Judiciary Committee. There's never been a Republican woman on the Judiciary Committee, and so that's the problem. That's why they couldn't trust themselves to question Judge Kavanaugh, or they couldn't trust themselves to question Dr. Ford.
I understand that there's a gender component, but there's not a race component, and yet liberals constantly keep bringing race into this, which tells me that what it really is about
I'm a conservative.
Well, you sure sound like one.
Conservative my whole life.
It's a grievance.
Why do you say it's not about?
It's a diversity of thought.
Why do you think it's not about race? There's no racial component.
Because everyone involved in the case is white. There's not a racial component to the Kavanaugh nomination. There's absolutely a gender component. I understand that. But what I'm saying is I think what liberals are doing here is there's a grievance overlay, effectively, where they want to inject race even into issues where race doesn't have relevance. And I think it's indicative, unfortunately, of their fixation with identity politics.
How is race not relevant?